I'm going to jump back over to information security quickly and take a look at some of the other names we had in here again. Any of these other type of names that you use, maybe we'll just highlight
SentinelOne.
Sentinel, sure.
Yep.
So that's interesting. SentinelOne, and not Microsoft Sentinel, the SIM, but SentinelOne, the EDR.
EDR, yes.
Okay, great. Let's talk about that because CrowdStrike seems to be the one that's got the most marketing hype at the moment.
They do. Yep.
But I've also heard a lot of people in the POC that they think the efficacy is pretty similar. So I would love to hear your thoughts on these two leaders in the EDR space.
So both are great. I mean, both are great solutions. We evaluated CrowdStrike and SentinelOne, and I think SentinelOne, I think they were more, I know CrowdStrike more kind of focused on the MDR, on the managed detection response component, whereas SentinelOne kind of left it more on the organization to manage. And I think that's a good selling point for organizations that don't want to spend the extra money for managed detection response solution. But now, and SentinelOne now is marketing themselves as an XDR. So now they're really making a push into integrated endpoint detection response with integrating with third-party applications. No, we're really happy with it. So I think they're a pretty good vendor.
Yeah, fantastic. I love hearing that too, because CrowdStrike, everyone, they think it's great. They call it a best in breed security play, but your point is well taken. They're a managed service provider. There's more cost that comes on that managed layer. Not everyone has that kind of money.
Right.
And in general, are you pleased with SentinelOne's efficacy and working with them as a vendor?
Yes, no, absolutely. We had zero problems as far as the deployment, the maintenance, and we're very happy.
Excellent. I appreciate that feedback, Adam. XDR. So here we go. Another one of these where EDR becomes XDR. We're seeing a transition. Is it marketing hype? Is it not? At the end of the day, what we're really talking about is a broader visibility, right? More data telemetry coming in and making sure you still have that view of it. And one of the important aspects to do that is vulnerability management. So I'm going to real quickly go over here to Qualys, Rapid7. I'm also going to throw in Tenable if I can find it. So these are the three names here. So you got the two EDR, XDR players, and then now you have to kind of know what your assets are, right? You need to know what's out there, the general hygiene, maintenance, scanning, patching, and what my assets are before you can deploy endpoint protection. So from a vulnerability management perspective, have you evaluated these three players? Do you have any pros, cons, and anything to add to these three names?
Yes. So evaluate Tenable and Qualys. I know of Rapid7, currently using Qualys. Really happy with the solution that they're providing, and I really like the fact that they have a patch management component to it, so it can automatically deploy patches to critical vulnerabilities, and I found that it works much better than SCCM or other methods of patching systems. That's what I like about Qualys. Tenable, I know them more from the Nessus, where more as a Nessus scans, and I know they also have deployed agents on their endpoints for vulnerability management. I'm not so sure about the patching part, if they have that available. And then as far as the XDR, I do know that at least for SentinelOne, that they are also they're going to be also incorporating a vulnerability management component into their EDR solution, but I don't know if they're going to be able to patch systems. So sometimes they say, what, we can actually replace Qualys. Why have a duplication of technology when we can do it also? But if they can't patch the systems, then there will still be a need to have a solution like Qualys in place.
Yeah, and it's one of the very hard. There's many difficult aspects of being a CISO, but you have these vendors come in saying they can replace it, but you also have your operations playbook, right? You have to do patching. So even if they say they can do it, you're not going to trust them. So now you're running two systems at the same time, right? And then you have to figure out, when do I shift, when do I not? And this vendor creep, it really becomes difficult. But it does seem to me that so many of the security vendors, particularly now with Zero Trust, and they're on a collision course. There has to be some consolidation at a certain point. This can't continue.